wrote the song for the best football player in grade 3 at St Mary's Primary School. Little plastic whistle blows, someone broke the rules. You got to teach them young where the lines are drawn, if they're gonna be taught at all. Standing on the boundary line, waiting for the bounce of the ball, and hoping for a chance to kick it back in if it gets knocked out on the full. The best footy player in all of grade 3 is a little blonde kid named Marie. She finally gets a shot, everyone's impressed. She kicks it pretty far, she kicks it in a dress, and everybody loses when we all don't get to play. Some run around on the oval, but they don't let the girls in the game. They don't let the girls in the game. The full forward's full of praise. He says you kick well for a girl, and he says if you like you can watch the side and help us keep and score. So the teacher on yard duty comes, sends Marie back to the girls. He says the boys on the oval play too rough. If you hang around here, you'll get hurt. So she climbs to the top of the monkey bars, and she watches the game from the slide, while the girls on the asphalt play with their swap cards. Marie dreams of freedoms away from the tan bark. Everybody loses when we all don't get to play. Some run around on the oval, but they don't let the girls in the game. They don't let the girls in the game. Down around the cypress tree, playing Doctor Who, a little fat boy wants a time machine to take him to when lunch is through. Breaking in through the branches, flying in through space, someone kicks the Sharon and it crash lands on his face. They say, kick it back here, loser, but the loser's afraid of the ball. So they call him all the worst of the names they can call, and everybody laughs when they say he's a girl, because they don't let the girls in the game. Some of us were left on slides, some were left in trees. Some of us were girly boys, and some were girls just like Marie. When will we not be losers? When will we get to play? When will we all grow up from grade 3 when they don't let the girls in the game? Don't let the girls in the game. And they don't let the girls in the, they don't let the girls in the game. They don't let the girls in the, they don't let the girls in the game. They don't let the girls in the, they don't let the girls in the game, no. They don't let the girls in the, they don't let the girls in the game. My mum was a pretty strong woman. very strong woman. It's funny when she passed away. Like I said, she was Catholic, and Father Bickley came around, and he was trying to go through the hymns that we might play at the funeral, and he suggested "Gentle Woman." And my sister-in-law was drinking a cup of tea at the time, and she spat the cup of tea out because it was just like "Gentle Bloody Woman" was not my mum. So yeah, mum worked for a while in a chicken abattoir joint. Like I said, during the 80s, like there was kind of this fluctuation of milk prices, and Dad actually got work on an oil rig to supplement income, and Mum got work at Willie's Chickens, which is the local chicken abattoir joint. It was pretty disgusting work. Like, you know, a big long conveyor belt of chicken carcasses flying at your head, doing disgusting things to them for 10 hours a day. And she did it for so long, like she'd stand like this doing this work. And if you stand for too long on wet cement, you grow calcified spurs on the heels of your feet. That's what happened to Mum. And then she was not able to lift her arms above her shoulders too. So it was really tough work. And sometimes at the end of the work week, Willie would stand with his hands on his hips and he'd say, "I'm sorry, girls, we don't have enough money, and you'll have to wait till Monday." And he called them girls because they were all women that he employed. And for some of those women, waiting the weekend was 2 days too long to wait for the money. But Mum would come home every day with these stories of how these women would laugh and tell jokes and just support each other through these tough days. And Dad used to call them the old chooks at Willie's, because they used to just like tell jokes and cackle. Anyway, I was telling this story because I always tell this story about this song, and someone called out from the audience, "Willie is in the audience now." Now I've been telling this story in lots of different parts of Australia. So there he was. He's in his 90s. Willie sitting there as I'm telling the story. Now I was so freaked out by Willie being in the audience. As you've already told from like a couple of my songs